check out the All American Otaku Show. It's gonna be awesome!
Hello everybody, welcome to the Otaku News part of the All American Otaku Show. Today I have to be saddened for the news that a great martial artist, a great movie actor, and one of the most iconic men in action movie history has just passed away on Thursday, March 19th. This man is none other than Chuck Norris. There's been Chuck Norris jokes like my personal favorite one is the cobra bit Chuck Norris in 7 painful days, the snake died. And all these jokes that made Chuck Norris seems like he was bigger and invincible in life. I remember watching the movie through VHS at a video store called Hellbound, about where he fights the devil and so forth. And I remember his movies from Missing in Action to Delta Force, and he has even an appearance in Dodgeball as one of the judges. And in one of his first movies he was in was none other than Way of the Dragon with Bruce Lee, where he fought Bruce Lee. He was one of the bad guys in that and gets beat. He was also very famous for the movie or TV show Walker, Texas Ranger, where he would do a lot of kicks and fight and solve a problem and have more moral issue with it. And we are going to slowly miss Chuck Norris. Here's to you, Chuck Norris, and hopefully in the afterlife you truly find peace. On other news today, we have our poll still open for Name the Cat Girl. So far, we only have 5 votes, and the vote so far is winning is Stella. If you want one of the votes or want to come there, there's still a month or two before the polls end, and we permanently select a name for the cat girl. I hope you enjoy there, and here's on with the show. Hello everybody, welcome to the All American Otaku Show. This episode is about the live action review of One Piece. To get you started for all the new people to anime or people new to the genre, we're going to talk about One Piece. One Piece is a anime and manga created by Oda, who created this anime to not only to be long, but to the adventures of friendship and love and the idea of following one's dreams. One Piece is start from an anime that's over 1,000 episodes. They also have a collectible card game that's very popular where you take as pirates, captains, and leaders and go there. I have reviewed several of the games and showed some of the game tournaments throughout episodes of the show. Very popular, very go there. A lot of people really like the One Piece anime and manga and so forth, but some people are turned off, like our manga expert, Mr. Pat, who says the manga and anime are too long and won't really get into it because it's so long. But we're talking about the One Piece live action. Most live actions from anime to live actions are not that great. Sometimes they miss the point, like your Cowboy Bebop did, because it's like, okay, I get it. There are some of the story elements in there, but they remove the idea of what is the true undercut of some of the meeting, like having just Faye, I don't know, Faye just be a person who wakes up there and then gets conned out of there for someone being his mother seems kind of stupid compared to the idea that she has to get money to pay her medical expenses, showing that even in the future, medical expenses can be too high. But this is not about the Cowboy Bebop live action. This is about the One Piece live action. The first season started off as Monkey D. Luffy. He tries to be king of the pirates and form his crew, where he meets Nami, and he meets Sanji, he meets Rolonola Zoro, all in various different episodes, and at the same time trying to escape his grandfather, Garp, who wants to not only recapture him to not become a pirate, but see him through meeting there and not fall into the life of being wanted and hunted, and go for a more of a honorable life as maybe a marine or something bigger. And this leads into there, even though his grandfather doesn't want him to become a pirate, he wants still follow his dream to become king of the pirates. He wants to be an outlaw of the sea. He wants to find the one elusive One Piece, and he looks up at his heroes like Gold Roger, who smiles and says, "I am here to die," and laughs at the idea of death before his execution. The first season really gets into, really involved into this, and it explains the idea of a buggy, as well as characters as Clawlador, where they fight instead of in the anime where they fought outside. He fights inside and defeats Clawlador, defeats Buggy inside this big circus tent, and with games and so forth, rather than in the anime where it's outside in the ship and things like that. It even goes into the idea of Olong, not Olong, but Arlong Saga, where it rescues Nami from being contracted to the fish guy who wants to permanently control everything and destroy and dominate humanity, and searching for the One Piece there. Nami gets in tears. Luffy puts his hat on her, and he defeats Arlong in a various epic battle, which becomes more better and complacent than in the live action. Like Arlong, it makes an appearance in the Bratier episode, which didn't happen in the anime, while the live action is more fast paced. The second season goes there when they're on the Grand Line, where they meet Blue and they meet other characters such as Chopper, who looks weird in there. That's my only gripe of it. And it fast tracks through the whole idea of the Big Drum Island. It goes to the idea where Gold Rogers go there, and he meets Buggy and almost captured and killed by Buggy. And he's about ready to get his head chopped off by Buggy. And he starts laughing. "I'm sorry, I'm about ready to die," and laughs. And that's where Smoker says, "Oh, he's like Gold Roger. We must put a stop to this because we don't want another Gold Roger." This anime is really true to the form because they had Oda involved in it, so it still fits the spirit of the anime in the live action without making exactly like the live action or anime. The live action like the anime. It really sets the tone and pace how great the live action is and how great the anime is, without actually going through hundreds and hundreds of episodes just to get to where they are. You have the idea of Wapple, which I always thought his name was Waffle in the anime, with his eating thing and taking over and abandoning the kingdom and retrying to take over the Drum Kingdom. The whole sad story about Chopper and the doctor's hunting there, and his friend ends up dying and blowing himself up and trying to make this huge sakura tree come out of nowhere. It has hits on all the notes and all the things of the anime in the live action. This is a really good live action, and I'm glad it reached a season 3. Now here's the review. The anime's pacing, the live action was pacing is really good. It's true to the anime. It really fits the spirit of things. It also makes you really feel, and it has emotion just like the anime. The actors are top tier and great. So I will have to give this live action 5 out of 5. Thank you. And if you like this content and want to see more, please hit a like and subscribe. Thank you.
Welcome to the show where anime dreams come alive. Let's go! All American Otaku vivified, diving deep into the anime tide. From the screen to the page, we're turning every stage. All American Otaku, their worlds collide. From the 90s till now, the passion's been real. Anime and manga, it's how we feel. Conventions and scenes, cooking up dreams. Japanese culture bursting at the seams. From the 90s till now, the passion's been real. Anime and manga, it's how we feel. Conventions passions and scenes, cooking up dreams, Japanese culture bursting at the seams. All American Otaku feel the vibe, diving deep into the anime tide. From the screen to the page, we're turning matter stage. All American Otaku where worlds collide. There and Mr. Pat by my side, exploring every genre, let's take that ride. From action to drama, it's all here. Community strong, let's make it clear. Otaku dreams, we're chasing the light. Explore